What it do, y'all? We back with another episode of Wrestling with the Exotics. It's your boy, the Franchise Kid, Franchise Jerry, and I got my dog with me.
I'm gonna need a Fiji water. Welcome to the mob.
Yes, sir. And today we're gonna be breaking down some news for y'all. First on our news segment, we got Santos Escobar turning on Rey Mysterio via Carlito. And I say via Carlito because Carlito was the one that inspired Santos to turn on Rey Mysterio. Basically coming out and telling Rey Mysterio like, hey, it's not really your fault why you lost. It was actually Santos' fault because he's the one that put the bronze knuckles back on top of the apron. And when Santos Escobar did that shit, I was like, yeah, see, I told y'all what was going to happen. It didn't happen in September because that was Spanish Heritage Month, okay? But we way past that, and all that cool shit is out the window. And Santos didn't like how Rey Mysterio won the United States Championship and then gave him an opportunity to win it and still went over on Santos. Santos wasn't feeling that because after that match, Rey Mysterio tried to shake him up and Santos was looking at him like, nigga, no, bro. Like, and if the Street Profits didn't come out and interrupt that moment, we probably would have seen this turn happen a long time ago, to be honest with you.
So too, man.
If there's a few things in this life, that's for sure. It's death, taxes, and people turning on Rey Mysterio. It is what it is. We could start with Eddie because Eddie was hating on Rey Mysterio because Rey Mysterio was getting over on matches and at that point looking a little better than Eddie was in the ring. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Same can kind of be said for Batista. You know, yeah. Batista started hating on Rey Mysterio because he's getting over and doing underdog shit, and Batista's like, that don't make sense, bro. Like, look at me, look at you. Mm-hmm. Like, it don't make sense.
You're supposed to be my friend.
You're supposed to be my friend. I never felt so bad for Rey Mysterio up until that point. Because Eddie would do Rey Mysterio bad, but Batista, because Batista knew that he was bigger than him, Batista would just do Rey Mysterio extra bad. And then we have Dominic Mysterio. This motherfucker, all of a sudden your dad is a deadbeat dad, but he broke you into the company and helped you win World Tag Team Championships and got you your first little push in the WWE. So it's just whack. And now, you know, you got Santos Escobar hating on Rey Mysterio because it's like you got this old nigga who's still better than you and not letting you get over and all this shit. So with that being said, all this was foresighted and it was very unfortunate, man. What did you think about Santos Escobar turning on Rey Mysterio?
I think it's for the better of the group because I feel like he can branch out and make his own version of LWO. If he gets two people, he can get the I can't think of their names right now, but they're in NXT.
The cousins?
Yeah, the like the Heartthrob or something like that.
Yeah. Angel Garza and the other, Caberto or some shit like that. It's the one dude that got dropped on his neck by Andrade before Andrade left the company. He exposed the floor and then dropped him on his neck. And then Andrade ended up getting suspended for that shit. So I really can't. Caberto or
it's like something.
It don't really matter, but them would be a good team up with Santos.
I think Caberto and Angel Garza will make a great pairing with Santos because they can match his aggression and his edge. Even though I know he came across with these with the former members, the people in the previous LWO, they're too like happy-go-lucky. Santos has this mean streak.
Yeah, they don't have no type of mean streak to them at all. So Santos being paired up with them, I would like to see that. As far as the LWO goes, like I said to you guys, this shit is over with. Zelina probably about to do her own thing. And the other two dudes that's in the group, who I can't really remember, Joaquin Wilde and the other dude, they about to go do their own thing. Or to be honest with you guys, I can see them getting released or sent back to NXT or some shit like that. We ain't seen them do nothing impressive since they've been on the main roster. So
they're not even taking seriously as a tag team, honestly, because they're supposed to be winning like tag team matches and
all type of shit.
They're supposed to be in the stake for the tag team champions. Supposed to be asking like what's going on with the tag team titles, not like just backstage,
just hanging out. And they just happy to be there.
Yeah, just in LWO segments.
That's part of the problem that we're having in wrestling today. There's too many niggas just happy to be there, and nobody that's actually pushing the envelope or pressing the situation like they used to back in the early 2000s or the 90s or something. Like, everybody was gunning for the world championship. It didn't matter if you was the lowest of the low on the card. Like, you're still going to go out and stake your claim or try to attempt to be great or have these type of matches. But these two have done the complete opposite and have just sat backseat to Rey Mysterio and Selena Vega.
Bro, we have to talk about LA Knight, man. This topic is very crucial because, you know, you asked me what's next for him. Is he going to be able to bounce back? And yes, the momentum was put to a little bit of a halt, but right back, he bounced back with that promo segment with Grayson Waller. And what's on top of it, bro, he was cooking him. And then he poured the water on him. Then he beat him clean.
Not to interrupt, but can I just mention to you guys really quick? LA Knight told this man that he looks like he's not supposed to be within 50 yards of a school.
Yeah.
He called him a little pervert or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Grayson Waller don't give me those type of vibes, but I can see why LA Knight would say something like that.
His haircut, his $5 haircut.
Right. It's like, bro, you look like you make teenage girls like you a little bit. like you don't mind.
Yeah.
That's why even Austin Theory's so cool, because he showed that little girl his booty hole. So it's like, yo, I can see why Knight said that shit, bro.
He's like, you two perverts. He's like, I can't call him a pervert because it's real. I can call you one because you have no allegations.
Right.
And I'm looking at it when he's talking to him. I'm like, yo, look, you need to get rid of that little haircut that you got going on.
Yeah.
You need to shave that shit off, even if it's like just go like a real fade, because you kind of want to have this hip hop look to you, but you kind of wear these rips in your jeans. Like, I think that was even flaming him on how he dressed.
Right.
Bro, even KO was like, there's too many bedazzles on those shorts. I was like, yeah, see.
He kept calling them Sparkles at the end of the match. I thought that was
He said, what happened, Sparkles? Overall, though, I'm hyped to see how it played out because LA Knight did get the victory. And he did sell a lot for Grayson, so it's not really a demotion for Grayson because he just lost to a rising star. And they kind of have more stock in LA Knight at this current moment, but they still have a high value in Grayson Waller. I don't want to have to be misled. Yeah. That's why he still does the Grayson Waller effect.
At the same time, you know, he just had that. LA Knight just had that match with Roman too. So it's like, come on, bro. I was just in a match with Roman Reigns, and now I'm losing to you.
Yeah, you can't.
Like back to back.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, nah, that's bad booking, right?
Yeah, that's horrible booking. So I was glad to see that. What do you think about it?
To be real with you, bro. LA Knight's probably not going to hold the world championship anytime soon, and probably no time next year, simply because there's so many people in line. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, by the time LA Knight get a chance, it's going to be 2025 or, you know, late into that year. The line is just simply too long. There's too many people that's been taking a back seat and waiting. And at the same time, there's too many people that Roman beat twice, which means those people that he beat twice, they eventually got to go over at some point, right? And Roman can't just keep going another 500+ days without seeing one of these people. Like AJ Styles, for example.
I want to see him versus him next.
You know what I'm saying? Or Bobby Lashley, or who knows. When the draft come around, maybe Seth Rollins or something like that. Like, Roman's going to have to give that up. But as far as LA Knight goes, I don't see him as a megastar anymore after that loss with Roman Reigns. I'm looking at him now as a regular superstar, and sure enough, he's doing superstar shit, like getting into beefs with Grayson Waller. So this is going to trend towards him getting a United States Championship match, and that will be LA Knight's ceiling for at least the next 2 years.
Next 2 years, I don't know if it's that long, but I do see him getting that championship. I don't even know if it's going to take to 2025, because if Roman does hold it to next year, I feel like the people's reign is going to be only 6 months max, because WWE is going to start giving a lot of people more opportunities to see if they can be allowed to promote more faces.
Roman Reigns is only 400 days away from Hulk Hogan, and I feel like they're going to push the envelope and make that happen.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that too. But you know the Tribal Chiefs were witnessing greatness, so.
I'm going to just flat out say it. I've never really said it on this podcast, but I believe the whole reason why Roman is even having this long-ass reign, this 3-year reign, is because he has health issues, and there was a possible chance that he might lose his life. Other than that, I can't figure out another reason to why WWE would allow this to go on for so long and then also allow him to hold it for another 400 plus days and pass Hulk Hogan. Yeah, Hulk Hogan is whack and all that, and we're down for a new face, but not like this. I said on this last show, Roman Reigns has won cleanly in less than half of his matches, meaning the rest of his title reign was all capped because he used his cousins or someone to help him win his matches. So how are we really calling this man the GOAT? You feel what I'm trying to say? Like,
It's cinema.
at this point, it don't even feel like cinema no more because everybody's really looking at it like he is the best. Like, he's held that shit 16 times and won every match clean. Like, no, if he won every match clean, I would literally be like, yeah, Roman, you on some shit, bro. At least I can say, like, you ain't used no help. Like, you know what I mean? At least I can say you was really big dog and shit and was standing on business, but I can't even say that for real.
He used to.
Next on Wrestling with Exotics, we got Logan Paul taking to social media to let everybody know he will be a full-time WWE star. And I am extremely hyped on this, and I'm proud of Logan for holding it down for as long as he has, because that has accumulated into him winning the United States Championship. And I don't really see him not having a long run. Like, he's got to have at least like a 3 to 4 month run for sure. You know what I mean? Legible competition. He can't wrestle that much. I want him to wrestle as often as he boxed. You know what I mean?
Like,
matters. Yeah, exactly. Only when it really matters. Like, still keep your heel persona, and what goes with being a heel, you can't give niggas matches when they want it. Only wrestle at pay-per-views. Like, you can do, you know, the little side matches and barely wrestle on the actual Raw, SmackDown TV shows. But, you know, when it comes to the actual PLE, you got to get down. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to see from Logan Paul. How about you, bro? How do you feel about Logan Paul becoming a full-timer in WWE?
I honestly feel that's the best move for him because I feel like Logan has more passion for this than the boxing, and I feel like it was good to see him say he wants to retire from boxing and focus on wrestling more.
Anytime somebody that's old has one of these belts since they was a kid, you know they serious about this shit. Because why else would I still be sitting here holding on to all these motherfucking belts? There ain't no reason. I seen a picture of Logan Paul in the Intercontinental Championship. I was like, yeah,
close enough. He's
right.
In the United States.
Right. You know, you can tell that he been fucking with this since legit.
And he just like, he loves the entertainment value. I seen recently a clip of him taking the United States Championship to a pawn shop to see the value of it. And I just think like even that's bringing more eyes to WWE. So him having the championship is good for the business itself. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see who his first challenger was. He also mentioned a few people in that pawn shop like Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins. But also he mentioned the megastar LA Knight. So that's potentially the person who might take this belt from him. So
I'm sorry, bro. And you said that Logan was dodging LA Knight for a minute. You know, they were supposed to face off in the Money in the Bank match, but Logan Paul was kind of avoiding him and stuck to Ricochet. I remember you saying that. So yeah, this is long-term booking, and we about to finally see that. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going on.
But I feel like LA Knight's gonna get a match too early.
Yeah,
he's gonna get that opportunity too early, and he's gonna fuck around and lose.
I hope he doesn't get it too early though, bro. Yeah. I'm honestly hoping that it comes a little bit towards the end of the, like, not the end of the year, but like WrestleMania, if anything.
Yeah, it needs to be dragged out to WrestleMania, because if he tries to up and do this shit within the next 4 to 6 weeks, I promise you he'll lose to Logan, because they're not about to just give it to Logan and take it off him like that. Right. Nah.
We're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about the other side of the wrestling spectrum, with that being AEW, and how this double mask situation is going out. I know I'm going to swing it to him a little bit. He's going to have a little discourse on the whole MJF and the Acclaim team up. But I'm interested to see who's really under this mask, bro. Because it's all dependent on who's under the mask. Because if it's somebody that's worthy, it's going to make the storyline worthy. But if it's not, it's going to be a waste of time for people keeping up with it. So who do you think it is at this moment?
I'm standing on business, bro. Like I told you guys the first time we seen these people pull up in these devil masks, I think it's the House of Black. I feel like Malachi Black is like, look, man, it's my time, and I'm gonna create attention like this, and at the same time, the greatest thing that the devil ever did was make you believe that he didn't exist. And Malachi Black has already been coming out in these devil masks and all this shit. So once you think that, oh, it's not him, watch it be him. You know what I mean? So, and you might notice that he hasn't been wearing that mask in a minute. So, you know, I feel like they've just been trying to play it low key. They've been trying to let Julia Hart get her shine in and whatnot. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be the House of Black, bro.
That's a good take on it. I still think it's like Adam Cole or somebody that's close to Max because his whole friendship angle has got him out focused. Like even to me being a huge fan of MJF, I know when he's like one part of the reason I fuck with him so much is because he's so focused on winning that he'll do anything to win. At the same time, he's very entertaining. Like the past couple weeks, I want to say I've been rewatching his early work.
Anything to win is really crazy considering what I'm about to bring up.
You know, title time. We got the rings and we got them, rings. What we do, we win the championship 5 times. How many times? 5 times down the ring.
Yeah, that's actually real funny because that brings me into MJF tag teaming with the Acclaim. Everybody loves the Acclaim, right? Yeah, no. Not only did MJF scissor these niggas out of appreciation after the match, but he allowed Max Caster to scoop his bun as the show was going off air. And he tried to get Max's hand off it like after 2 seconds of being on it. Which I'm like, bro, that you waited too long. You waited too long. You was trying to give too much to Max. So that shit had me cracking up. I was like, dude, pause. What the fuck is going on, bro? But this just shows you how desperate MJF is to get his title back, which he still can't get back. He had a tag team match against Jay White and the Guns, and
Jay White beat him.
Thank you. Yeah, he fumbled the belt pretty much. Not the bag. He fumbled the belt. So with all that being said, bro, I don't see MJF leaving Full Gear as champion, bro. I've just gotten too comfortable seeing Jay White as champion, and you gotta admit the belt just fits Jay White, and it just looked accurate. Like this is what AEW is supposed to look like.
No,
like that's exactly what it is. Like that's the vibes that I'm getting. Like, and you're okay with it, low key.
It's not.
You're okay with it. It's okay, bro, to say that you're okay with it, bro. Jay White is legible as fuck.
I'm okay with that later date, but it's not over yet. This being said, this is the only time I've ever felt Max really being in question of really losing the championship. Even when he was going against Adam Cole, he still, with week in and week out, was proving why I felt like he was going to win the championship. So this is the most I've ever felt concerned of him losing it.
Bro, and he's about to defend those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. So he can't.
I feel like he might lose those.
But
he might still he might still retain his championship.
I feel like he's gonna get done up in that match, and then that's just gonna be a layup for Jay White. Like that's how it should have happened at the last pay-per-view, but it didn't. It should have been a layup.
He's been over his reign for months now, so I won't feed into this hype, Max. Do it for the ones who really believe in. We believe in you, man. Executive producer of this new Ironclad movie, man. You're doing big things. This can't stop you. But that being said, I know that MJF is going to retain the championship, bro. And I can't wait to see you be sick about it.
November 18th, Full Gear. Y'all better tune in.
The guns are down, and he's better than you, and you know it. Because his name is what?
I don't know.
MJF.
But I'm going to tell you guys this. I feel like AEW needs to join a network like Peacock or Hulu or something to where these pay-per-views are more accessible and cheaper. Because, to be honest, the quality of matches that you guys put on is not worth $50 because WWE is doing way better shit sometimes, and it's only $4.99 a month. Okay, so y'all gotta make it make sense and get it right.
They've been trying to get on a deal with Max, and I feel like it's only about time. But AEW shouldn't rush to catch up because I also feel like AEW as of late has been feeding into too much of what WWE has done in the past, or trying to just rush the process. And I'm like, a part of why you guys grew in popularity so much is because you guys differentiated yourself so much. So you can't just revert to too much sports entertainment. Like, I can't wait to see Daniel Garcia leave this silly sports entertainment gimmick and go back to being a real wrestler. Like, if that is worth the Blackpool Combat Club, or even if it's by himself, he's already a former pure ROH champion. I would love to see him go for the TNT championship, go for the international championship, win these championships, because he's a great technical wrestler. If you're beating Daniel Bryanson, he really, and even in the AEW, I might add, he really sees you as a wrestler that he sees a future in. So, because he always talks about he's not winning any championships, but at the same time he stamped a lot of people. At the same time, like, wrestling Daniel Bryanson is like a championship, you know?
Yeah, bro. Danny cool and all, but to be real, I feel like more people would get into AEW if they were on an app like Peacock, like WWE is, because you're allowing more people to have access to you. You're on another platform, and it's making it easier to see what the fuck is going on. Okay, like, some people don't got cable. Some people can't watch AEW weekly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can watch WWE weekly on Hulu. They got to deal with Hulu. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all go strike a deal with Netflix or something. Tony Khan got money. Like, what the hell going on? I'm not about to be sitting here paying $50 for these damn pay-per-views all the time. It's not even that worth it. And especially when you know everything that's going to happen. And it's like, come on now. And I know I sound cheap right now, but we talking about wrestling, and it's 2023. The shit is a lot easier to watch than when we was kids, when the shit used to cost anywhere between $60 to $80. And it's like, when you've been watching it, like how we've been watching it through WWE so easily and for so cheap for so long, you look at AEW crazy, like, bro, you're the little brother to this company, and you taxing me? You would think that's what the big brother company would do, but it's coming from, the indies. Yeah, this is a halfway indie show taxing me $50 to see a pay-per-view, when WWE, the biggest wrestling promotion in the world, is only charging me $5 a month. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make the logic of it. It's kind of wild. Next on WWX, we got the future of Damage Control in question. Now, Oscar just joined the group along with Kairi Sane, and it's looking like Bayley is the odd one out, to be real. I mean, obviously Dakota Kai isn't Japanese or any of that, but she got more seasoning than Bayley, which is why they still rocking with her, you know what I mean? And I like how on SmackDown they made Bayley think like, yeah, all this happened because of you. And then, of course, cool, you give Bayley a little leash.
Definitely.
And she'll run a fucking mile with the shit. So that's what she did. She was like, you're right. This is because of me. None of this would happen if it wasn't because of me. And I was like, as she's saying all this shit, I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. And then whoop your ass.
Exactly. When you get that ass whipped, we're going to be thinking about this promo right here. It's because of you. All that whole ass shit that you've been putting EO through and all that, she's been taking notes. That's why she punched you in your shit at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view and didn't apologize for it enough. She kept wrestling and wrestled even better after that. She was feeling good. Yeah, she was like, yeah, I got that weight off my shoulders. Finally laid that bitch out with the piece real quick. Let the bitch think it was on accident. It wasn't. She be doing shit to me all the time saying it's an accident. It wasn't. So it was cool.
Take temperature.
Basically, wrapping this up, Bayley's about to get done the absolute worst by Damage Control, and that's going to make her have to stand alone and actually
face.
Right. And I don't even want to see her be face. I want to see her still be heel, because that's the only way she's going to be able to overcome this Damage Control ass whooping, by using your heel tactics and doing each and every one of those members
get more evil.
Yeah. Like catching each one of those members by themselves and doing them bad. Like
laughing at ding dong.
Ding dong, hello. You're right. You're missing another member. I started this shit. I can end this shit. Definitely. You know what I mean? Like that's got to be Bayley's vibe moving on. Like, because that's what's coming. The only way that this group will be successful is if WWE creates more titles for the women to have.
Definitely, bro.
Because now you got a faction of 5 women. One is a WWE champion, and that's already 1 out of the 3 opportunities that you get in WWE already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's very meek opportunities.
Exactly. And women in that group have been eyeing that belt.
Yeah.
Kairi Sane, since she got the NXT championship, she's like, this is going to lead me to this. Asuka, she was just whooping Io's ass for that belt. She's like, I want that shit back. I feel like Asuka trying to just get closer to Io, like, yeah, let me get closer to you, bitch, so that way I can choke you out. Because you ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for Asuka.
You beat me too many times.
Right.
I don't like this.
So I can see that happening. You know, and Dakota Kai, she ain't never won shit in WWE. I feel like she's like,
tag team titles.
You know what I mean? So you guys only having basically 3 women's championships that you can go for in WWE is going to be the whole reason why this faction is not going to work out. Because there's nothing for them to go for but beating other women up.
Not enough go around.
Right. And just helping Io keep the title at the same time, too.
That causes frustration within the group.
Right. And, because my brother's going to be like, well, I've been doing this. Don't I deserve this? Kind of like how Santos. I've been holding it down. Don't I deserve a United States Championship match? And Ray gave it to him. And he lost. Which is why he a hating ass nigga now. But that's what I'm just trying to say, though. Like, you know, you got to repay these niggas off eventually when they help you hold it down for so long. The only person that hasn't really had to repay anything was Roman, for real. I mean, he's offered, like, I give y'all a jet, I'll get you free tacos, what you want, I'll do it.
Free tacos
you
is
know?
crazy. I keep risking your body and health.
Right. Like, you know, but that's how it goes. So, yeah, man, I don't see this working out for Bayley. Moving forward, I want to give a few shout-outs. Number 1, to Lola Vice, because she's literally been holding it down and working her fucking ass off, and now she's just become the new NXT breakout star. And by her doing that, it means big things is coming in her future. I definitely see her having a ceiling of winning multiple women's world championships. She has the energy, she has the look, she has the wrestling moves, she has the fighting background. I just would be proud to have her as my champion if I was WWE or if I was WWE NXT, however you want to put it. I feel like she's definitely going to be a big star in WWE within the next 2 to 3 years. How about you, bro? What you think about Lola Vice?
I think she has a lot of potential. Like, a lot of things that you said make sense of why you could see the future and her being bright within the company. She has a lot of potential and like factors like it factor and wrestling ability. But I feel like at the same time, let's see her continue to be consistent and she'll blossom into the star that you're talking about.
Right, because I definitely can tell that she loves this business more than Shayna Baszler does and more than Ronda Rousey does. Simply because of the work that she's putting in and day out, and then at the same time, she's documenting all of this stuff on social media. Like, she has at least 20 snaps of fan shout-outs, of her at the Performance Center working out, or, you know, highlights from her matches. Like, she eats, sleeps, and breathes WWE. And she literally rants and raves about her dedication damn near every time you see her. And like, I get this strong sense of belief that she's going to be a big player in this company. So shout out to Lola Vice. My last shout out is to Otis. He had a breakout match in NXT. And yes, I said breakout, even though Otis has been on WWE for I don't know how long now. But this match that he had against Drew Gulak was probably the best match that he's ever had in his entire career. Like, he was doing shit like he was basically an oversized Chad Gable. I was literally left impressed and damn near speechless at the end of the match because I was like, what the hell did I just see? And why the hell doesn't he do this on a consistent basis? Because, bro, if you did, Chad would probably have multiple tag team championships and Alpha Academy would be way more successful than it is. Like, right now, it's like, it's kind of a joke, but at the same time, it's catching heat because Chad is really helping these motherfuckers wrestle, and it's visibly manifesting on the screen. Like, you're like, oh shit, Maxine is getting better. Tozawa, oh, he's coming out of his shell again, and he's having great matches. Even though he's losing, he's still having great matches. He made Noam Dar tap out to an ankle lock.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen Tozawa do some shit like that before. So, exactly. So, with Otis acting like this, bro, Alpha Academy really gonna be lit. You know what I mean? And especially if WWE can create trios championships,
that'd be lit.
I can definitely see Alpha Academy being the first ones to hold it.
And for my final news segment, I have to ask this question, man. Who's gonna take this championship from Seth Rollins? Is he gonna end the year off with the championship, or is somebody gonna sneak in there and take this belt in December?
I'm gonna be real, bro. I feel like he's definitely gonna hold this until next year. But I feel like at the beginning of next year type deal, Randy Orton will probably be the new World Heavyweight Champion. And I would love to see that shit, bro. And it would get Randy that much closer to tying Ric Flair and John Cena. Who do you think Seth Rollins will lose that belt to?
That's a real good pick that you picked, Randy. But I feel like he needs to stamp somebody who's been on the roster but haven't had a championship reign. Somewhere similar to Sami Zayn, but it didn't have to be Sami Zayn.
And Ricochet, that's another person I would say, but he's unfortunately in concussion protocol right now.
So
but when he get cleared from that shit, Ricochet definitely needs to be high up on that list.
I would still hope for Shinsuke, I wish Kevin Owens didn't get traded from SmackDown.
Shinsuke, definitely. If Shinsuke wins the World Heavyweight Championship, he'll probably hold that bitch for a year, to be real, and I wouldn't be upset at it at all.
Because he's long overdue.
Yes, he's long overdue, and at the same time, he's better than a lot of niggas that's there.
Absolutely.
And it's a shame that they don't embark more on his Japanese background.
I don't know how much of a legend he is. Basically, the only time they do that is when they know he's gonna lose, so they try to hype him up so they can make the other person look good.
Which is foul as hell. That shit is foul. Real grimy work. In other news, Ric Flair signs a multiple-year contract with AEW. How do you feel about that, bro?
I'm not excited. I don't want to see Rick, bro. I'm tired of seeing you. I don't care. I know I respect you and everything that you did, but I'm tired of seeing you, bro. You're old, bro. Just give it a rest. I don't feel like it's a knock on you, bro. You put in enough time and
What
effort.
if he's coming back to do some manager shit? Like, what if he manages MJF?
His nerves
that would be cool.
I don't want that, bro. I'm gonna keep
What? I feel like that shit'll go crazy. And when MJF loses his belt, he gonna need somebody to pick him up and get him right back into that right mindset. And that's only gonna make him a bigger face. Him and Ric Flair gonna come out. Rick gonna be in his ear like, yeah, you gotta do this shit. Woo! And then MJF gonna be going out there going crazy. You already know he gonna be wearing alligators and all. He trying to hold these down while stepping on shit.
If he does that, I want him to knock Ric Flair out.
What? Bro, you doing too much, bro. You're doing too much.
Don't expose him next to man.
You're doing too much.
Knock that old man out. Show him. Give him a brain bleed. Give him a brain bleed and show him why he doesn't belong in the ring no more. Do what you did to William Regal. We're gonna fuck about him.
William Regal is a custer.
Like,
Ric Flair's 16-time GOAT, and he about to help MJF get back to that main title picture.
Already there.
He about to get out of there when Jay White beat him at full gas. It's fact.
If that happens, then he definitely should knock his old ass out. Yeah, you want that to happen? I want that to happen. Yeah, move on now. Fuck all that shit. Knock his old ass out. I'm tired of seeing Rick on the fucking screen. Nigga just standing there shaking and pausing. Fuck out of here. Hit him in the nuts, man. Kick him in the nuts and punch him in the face.
Hey, yo. Bro, I'm standing on business about Rick. Don't nobody...
Hey, MJF, one last plus 50, nigga. Stand on that.
I'm telling you, when I break into this wrestling industry, any nigga that put their hands on Ric Flair and he didn't agree to it, it's going down like Young Jock with me. I promise you. Okay?
You heard me, MJF.
Last but not least on the show, we got to talk about these L's John Cena has been having lately. And unfortunately, my man just went through 2 surgeries to get both of his arms redone. I don't know what the hell happened in the match with Solo. Like, what caused you to need surgery, bro? Because you didn't do nothing to Solo. And Solo didn't really do nothing to you to where he should be tearing your arms off your shoulders. You know what I mean? So I was a little confused about these injuries. Maybe it was something nagging before. But you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like WWE is trying to build the perfect comeback story, which is also what I've been seeing circulate around online, which I would also be glad to see. Like, unfortunately, it sucks that John Cena got to lose, but at the same time, to be real with you, bro, this is leading up to be the perfect comeback story. I mean, you come back from Hollywood and you're losing match after match. You out here dick riding, calling Roman Reigns the GOAT. You getting your throat blown out by Solo Sikoa, pause, because he's hitting you with the Samoan spike. You're just getting utterly embarrassed for the 16-time GOAT. So I couldn't think of a better story than all this happening to him. He has to go through those surgeries, and then he comes back, and he's wrestling like old John again, match by match. You know what I mean? Crawling his way back up.
Sets in there, hair by hair, showing that he's evolved.
Exactly,
I just
bro.
want to see that. That'd be dope.
Yeah, bro. Getting right back into the fold of it, and then I wouldn't even mind seeing John Cena get traded to Raw just so that way he can win that world championship. Like, at this point, I don't even care. I just want to see him get 17.
Back to prominence.
Exactly. Like, and he ain't even got to stay there long. I just want John to end his career on top, because literally, I know for a fact, if John Cena were to retire like this, it would haunt him for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
It would haunt him, bro. Anybody that's real deep into the sports, that have played sports, and when you're no longer able to play that sport, bro, every day you just sit there wishing that you can do it again. Or wishing that you were reliving those glory days and shit like that. Or wishing that you did more in that time. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm basically saying John will have a lot of regrets if he were to just up and retire right now. So, I'm excited for this comeback story, and I definitely see him being a world champion in the future, getting that number 17. How about you, my guy?
Definitely, I agree with you. I think John will get number 17 within the next year. I can't wait to see what pay-per-view he does it at. Definitely be tuned in to see that as well.
Yeah, for sure. Probably like a SummerSlam type of deal.
I want it to be a WrestleMania, bro, because I feel like that's a grand occasion, and that's a momentum. I guess SummerSlam is one of the big four.
Probably won't be this year. Maybe like 2025.
Yeah, I just feel like that's the right place for that to happen. For like everyone to be like, "Well, John Cena get this number 17."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it too.
This has been another episode of Wrestling with the Exotics, the greatest wrestling podcast on YouTube. We appreciate everybody out there for tuning in. Make sure you guys also like, comment, and subscribe on this shit, man. Tell your friends about it. And at the same time, go check out our shop at pcfshop.myshopify.com. We got some gear on there for all the players around the world. Yeah, heard me. Again, it's your boy, the Franchise Kid, Franchise Jerry, and I got my dog with me.
I think I need a visual, but you can call me Cam.
Peace.